الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. ربنا زدنا علما أجمعين وعلمنا الكتاب آمين. Are there any questions before we continue with lesson 12? Okay. So we were on page 65 on the black and white book. Did everyone hopefully do that for homework? We'll just go over the second half of it. Hopefully you did it. It wasn't that hard. I think we were on 7. Exercise 2, number 7. Yeah. We were farther than that?
We were the last one here. Because we did the Maridu, that one.
Yeah, we did I think 7. We'll just start from start from number 7. How about that? Okay. So Sir Tahir, go ahead and do number 7. We're on page 65. أين بنتك؟
يا عمي.
يا عمي. What does يا عمي mean? Or what does أين بنتك يا عمي mean?
Is this your daughter?
What does أين mean?
Oh, where, right?
Where?
Where is your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my uncle.
Okay, where is your daughter? My uncle. Ammun is uncle, so Ammi is my uncle. And how would you say that for aunt? Ammatun.
Aina bintuki. Ya ammati.
Aina bintuki, right?
Yes.
So we've been doing this for a while now. So when you're attaching a pronoun to addressing a female, bintuki. So a male would be bintuka, female would be bintuki. Okay. Next one, Sister Shireen. Number 8. Alaka akhun. Ya Hamidun. Do you have a brother? So we said alaka akhun, right? Laka akhun means do you have a brother? O Hamid. So how would you say do you have a brother, O Su'ad? Female, yeah. Akhun. Su'ad. Right, so it becomes alaki. So we said for people, if you're asking people if they have a brother or a sister or a daughter, you say alaka or alaki or alakum, right? Su'ad is a female name, yes.
Is it going to be Su'adati or no? Just Su'ad? Because Amina.
No. There is no. It doesn't have a Dam al-Buta at the end. It's Su'ad.
Because Amina has Aminati, right?
Right, but not all of the names have it. So it's not a definite rule that all of the female names have to have Dam al-Buta. Number 9.
How would you say that?
Su'ad.
Just the letters.
Yeah, so there's a Dhamma on the scene, right? su'adun. Yeah. Okay. Sister Tahir on the back, number 9. ماذا عندك يا أخي means what do you have with you, right? So what do you have? So basically he's asking what do you have there, oh brother. So how do you say what do you have, sister? Instead of عندك it's gonna be عندك. So the عند stays the same. عند, right? So you take عند as it is, and then you can add عندك or عندك.
So this has to be like cat is
No. The dal, the fatha on the dal does not change. So it's gonna stay عند, but you're either gonna say عندك for a male or عندك for a female. Okay? So for female you're gonna say عند ماذا عندك يا أختي, right? What do you have, sister? Alright, number 10, yes.
Ma means what? Mada means what? Right?
ماذا is just a question, like, yeah, what?
Is there any kind of pattern where we use
ماذا is like what if you're seeing something, if something is right there, you're like ماذا, what is this? Yeah.
Maza do you? Maza do you have?
No.
Maza indica.
ماذا عندك means what do you have, or what do you have there? Like something there, then you're saying what do you have? Yeah. Number 10, Sister Alia. What does that mean? Yeah, so but it's not a question, there shouldn't be a question mark. Assalamu alayka ya abi, and how would you address ummi? Assalamu alayki, right? Assalamu alayki. Okay, that was it. Alright, any questions? Okay. So we said that all of these will come, right? So for ala, like we just said, ala, when you're saying assalamu alaikum, right, you attach the plural for a group, right? This is 3 or more people, so you attach this assalamu alaikum. So that's going to be that's the generic way to say it to anyone. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Let's do the exercise 3 is just it's pretty simple. So it's basically changing the verb from male to female, right? So the example it says on the next page is kharaja Muhammadun min al-bayti. So how would you say, so this is Muhammad left from the house. How would you say Amina left from the house? Kharaja would change to kharajat, right? Kharajat with a ta. And then the same with dhahaba for a female teacher it would be dhahabat. And number 3, jalasa, he sat, or jalasa talibu fil fasli, the student sat. So the female student would be jalasat at-taliba. What would it be? What would you say? Are we still gonna say talib? Talibatu, right? Talibatu, because it's a female student. So all you're doing is changing the male to female. So for akhi, it's kharaja akhi min al-bayt. Wait, this is the same one. So how would you say instead of my brother, instead of saying my sister? Kharajat ukhti. Kharajat ukhti, my sister left. Okay. Number 4 says ta'ammal ma yali. Assalamu alaikum. Jalasat at-talibatu. Jalasat al-talibatu. Okay, this is like a pronunciation rule. So what they're saying is, what is after jalasat? At-taliba. So, what they're trying to show is that you have jalasat and at-talibatu, right? The student, the female student, sat, right? What they're saying is that when you're saying this as a sentence, you're not going to say jalasat at-talibatu, okay? To make it flow better, or to make it for the pronunciation, you're actually going to pronounce the ta as if it had kasra, okay? So talibatu is usually like the ta has a shadda on it, right? So you're not gonna say jalasat at-talibatu. You're just gonna join them together. Jalasat at-talibatu. Okay? It's just a pronunciation rule.
What is that rule supposed to?
So it's basically whenever the letter, when you have an al and there is a sukoon on the letter preceding it. It says, if you look at it, it says they draw a sukoon followed by an al. So they say if the letter before the al has a sukoon, then you're going to pronounce it that last letter as if it had a kasra. Okay? Jalasat at-talibatu.
It's a universal rule, right?
Yeah, pretty much for everything. Whenever you have an al and the letter before that has a sukoon. Okay? Alright.
Kasra and sukun together. So can we still keep the sukun here?
Yeah, when you're writing it, you're going to put the sukoon there, but when you're saying it as if there is. You're going to sound it as a kasra. Yeah, it's for pronunciation. It's not for writing. Okay. And then the other thing was alladhi and allati. Right? So alladhi means the one or who, right? The one or who. And this is for male. And what's for female? Allati. Right? Allati. Right. It's the same thing for female. And the one for this one comes in more in the Quran. Alladhina. Alladhina. What is alladhina for? Those who, right? So it's for a group of males. Okay? Alladhina. Alright, let's do the last exercise, number 6. So it says complete the following sentences with the appropriate. So basically you're going to put alladhi if it's describing a male, and allati if it's describing a female. There's no alladhina, but that's just there. Alright, so number 1, Brother Ala. So you just have to put alladhi or allati.
Which exercise is this?
The last one, number 6, on 66. It's number 6, right, for everyone else? Yeah.
Number 1?
Yeah.
I'm not following where.
The first one is al-kitabu. You see it? The first sentence starts with al-kitabu. There's a blank. على المكتب للمدرس. على المكتب للمدرس. Does everybody see where we're at? Okay. So it's al-kitabu alladhi. Why is it alladhi and not allati?
Because by default, no?
By default?
I mean,
Kitab, what are you describing? The book, right? So the
Yeah.
book, kitab, is masculine.
masculine.
So if it's masculine, you use alladhi. So if it's feminine, you're going to use allati. Okay? And translate the sentence, the book.
The book on the desk of the teacher. That belongs to the teacher.
So the book that is on the desk belongs to the teacher. Lil mudarrisi, right? Lil mudarrisi. Okay, number 2, Brother Afnan.
القلم الذي في عاقبتي مكسور
Maksurun. Okay, translate.
the pen. Give me a minute. Speaking.
Aqibati is
Briefcase.
my briefcase.
The pen that is in my briefcase is broken.
Is broken, right? Allazi, because it's describing qalam, right? Qalam. Okay. Number 3, Brother Yusuf.
السيارة التي خرجت من المستشفى الآن للطبيب الجديد.
السيارة التي خرجت من المستشفى الآن للطبيب الجديد. Translate.
The car that just left from the hospital belongs to the new doctor.
The car that left from the hospital just now belongs to the
New doctor.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So للطبيب الجديد, right? The new doctor. الطبيب الجديد. Okay. Number 4, Brother Najmul.
الكلب الذي في الحديقة مريض.
Okay, what does that mean?
The kalb is the dog.
The
that
dog. في الحديقة.
That is in the garden. Is sick.
He's sick, mashallah. Brother Anwar, next one. الفتى الفتى الذي
خرج
Mhm.
من
من المسجد مسجدي الآن
الآن
ابن المؤذن مؤذن. Alright, what does that mean? الفتى الذي خرج من المسجد الآن ابن المؤذن. What's الفتى? The young boy. Okay, what's الذي خرج من المسجد? What's خرج?
means left.
He left من المسجد, from the masjid. الآن means someone help him? Just now or now.
Now
What's Ibn al-Mu'adhin? Son of the Mu'adhin, the son of the adhan giver. Okay. So the young boy who left from the masjid just now is the son of the Mu'adhin. Okay. Number 6, Brother Paul, how about you? بطة. Mhm. Are you saying الذي or التي? الذي. What are you describing? What's batta? It's lesson 3. Duck. So, but it's female, right? So instead of alladhi, you're gonna say allati. تلك البطة التي. Keep going.
تلك البطة
Mhm.
تحت الشجر
شجرتي. What's تحت الشجرة? Under the tree. It's alright, I know it's been a while. I'm making you work for it. لبنتي الفلاحي. Okay, what's لبنت الفلاحي? The daughter of the farmer. Okay. It's alright, we'll give you some while to catch up. Question?
Yeah, why is that, you said al-falahi,
Why is it bint al-fallahi?
oh, because
It's mudaf ilayh, right? The daughter of the farmer. And what does the sentence translate to? That duck that is under the tree belongs to the daughter of the farmer. Okay? Tilka is that for, feminine, far away. Right. Alright, number 7, Brother Afnan. Yes? I know. Instead of jadidun, it's gonna be? You said al-baytu. So what's al-jadid gonna end with? Al-jadidu, right? It's the same, it agrees. في ذلك الشارع للوزير. You can pull up that chair, that table in the back. He doesn't what?
I'm just trying to block it.
Okay. Okay, what's al-baytul jadid mean?
New house.
The new house, okay. الذي في ذلك الشارع.
The new house
Which is fi. What's fi? In ذلك. In that road or in that street belongs to the wazir. What's wazir? Minister.
Is that like the political minister?
Yeah, usually it's like a political. Wazir al-Khariji, Wazir al-Dakhili, Interior Minister, Exterior Minister.
It's not like a Christian.
Yeah, not in Christianity. Like political minister, yeah. Alright, number 8, Sister Aulia. Ad-darsu. What's in the blank? الذي. بعد هذا الدرس سهل جدا. Okay. What's بعد mean?
After.
After. And what's before? قبل.
Is the Darsi مجرور because the Ba'da, despite the Hada being before?
Is the Darsi majroor because of the
Ba'da.
Ba'da, right? So are these what? Are these harf jar or
Adverb.
they're adverbs, right? So they're like tahta, like they're adverbs of time. So there's two types of adverbs. Adverbs of time which we of adverbs of place, right? So that's under tahta, fawqa, amama, khalfa, right? All of those that we learned, in front of, behind, in front of, above, and these are adverbs of time. Adverbs of time. Okay. So this is before, after. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, go back to the translation. So what's ad-dars alladhi ba'da hadha ad-dars? The lesson which is after this lesson, sahlun. What's sahlun? Easy. Sahlun is easy, right? Ahlan wa sahlan, say. And what's jiddan? Very. Very easy. Alright, who wants to do number 9? Brother Uthman. No, Uthman.
Inshallah. Manil Fatatul Lati.
Good.
Jalasat Amamal Madrasati. Mudarrisati.
Good. What does that mean? Manil fata. What's fata? Female, a young girl, right? So fata, the one in number 5, is a young boy, and fatatun with a ta marbuta is young girl. Okay, what's allati jalasat amam al madrasa mudarrisati?
That is sitting in front of.
Not that is sitting. That happened before. That sat. Amam al mudarrisati.
In front of the teacher.
Okay, so who's that young girl who sat in front of the teacher? Keep going.
Talibatul minal.
You skipped a word.
Here talibatul minal.
Not minal, min.
Oh, talibatul min Malaysia.
Malaysia, right? What does that mean?
Malaysia.
She is
a student from Malaysia.
MashaAllah. Okay. Number 10. Let's just do it together. Atilka al-haqiba. So it's saying, is that briefcase? So what are we going to use? Alladhi or allati? Allati, right? Because haqiba is a feminine object. So atilka al-haqibatu allati tahta al-maktabi laka ya Khalid. So is that briefcase, which is what? Under the desk, laka ya Khalid, belongs to you, O Khalid. La hiya li sadiqi Muhammadin. What does that mean?
It is the friend of Muhammad.
It is for my friend.
It is for my friend Muhammad. Li sadiqi Muhammad. Right? Sadiqi means friend. So
My friend.
Sadiqun means friend. Sadiqi means my friend.
No, that's
Sadiqi.
You said it's for my friend Muhammad.
What do you mean?
What you said? Muhammad.
I don't know what you're asking.
When you said the meaning, that you said no.
It belongs to my friend.
I think I got something.
Okay. Alright, al-kalimat al-jadida, then we'll take a short break. Okay, what's al-am? So this is, they're describing the relationships as mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So al-am, we said, is like an uncle, right? In Arabic, it's more, it means akhu al-ab. What does akhu al-ab mean? The brother of the father, right? So your father's brother. So your he's your uncle, so he's your father, but he's your uncle on your father's side. Okay, and on the left it says al-ammatu. What does that mean? Al-ukhtu. Sorry, ukhtul abi means
Sister.
the sister of the father, right? Your father's sister. And what's al-khal? Akhul am means akhul
Brother of the mother.
brother of the mother. So he's your uncle on your mom's side. And al-khala, ukhtul ummi means mom's sister, right? Khala means your sister, your aunt on your mom's side. Okay. Al-fallahu means farmer, and mustashfa al-wiladati, maternity ward or maternity hospital. Okay. Let's take a couple minutes break and then we'll
I just
start.
wanted to ask, as-Siddiq and Abu Bakr Siddiq, is it from the same?
It's from the same root, but it's another form of Siddiq is another form, but Sadiq just means friend.
But when it says Abu Bakr Siddiq, that was for his trait of always trusting.
Right.
Not necessarily friend, but I guess.
As-Siddiq, yeah, it was the trustworthy.
Can
Yeah.
you write out the two words so you can see how they're different?
Yeah, actually that's a good idea. So you have, Sadiqun is friend, right? Siddiqun with a shadda on the dal. Siddiqun means like trustworthy. Trustworthy or loyal? I think it's trustworthy.
But yeah, but it's a Siddiq, like who trusts. It's Siddiq.
What was another name for the Prophet ﷺ? As-Sadiq al-Amin, right? So he was Sadiq. Sadiqun is also trustworthy. I think actually Siddiq was given to him because he was a truthful one. Because there's a hadith where, I forget in what occasion, but the kuffar came to Abu Bakr and they asked him like, do you believe this about your prophet? And he said, if he said it, it's true.
That's Isra al-Mi'raj.
I think so. I think that's when he got the name of Siddiq, because he knew, like he would say that it's the truth if the messenger said it. So I want to say
Amin.
Amin also means trustworthy. So this is more about the truthful. Okay. Siddiq and Sadiq and Sadiq. Okay, so they're all similar.
He didn't hesitate in his Islam either.
Exactly. He was the first person of the Sahaba. Okay, let's take a few minutes break, inshallah. We'll start lesson 13.
No, since you came for the Islam, I thought we need your assistant. He's slipping.
Yeah, it's number 5 in the Al-Fatah. Yeah. Two fathas, yeah. It's written like that, but it's pronounced fatah.
Oh, okay. This one be
All right, let's. We have 15 minutes. So we'll read a little bit of lesson 13 from the back, and then we'll basically do it on Friday. So go flip to the back on lesson 13.
Sorry, what did you say?
Lesson 13 in the English key in the back. Okay. And let's read. Let's just read it out loud. Who's got a loud voice? How about Brother Ala?
In this lesson, we learned the plurals of nouns and adjectives, and English adjectives have no plural form. We say good man and good men, but in Arabic, even adjectives have plural form.
Okay, so basically they're saying that every noun that almost every noun that you know of in Arabic is going to have a plural form. Even like words like poor or good or bad, right? So in English you say a poor man, a poor woman, a poor nation, a poor, army or whatever. So the word poor doesn't change, but in Arabic you have to match the word poor is going to have a way to say it, and if you're using it for more than one person, or if you're using it for a female. And we already sort of know this, right? So how do you say poor? Faqirun, right? So, but can I use this if I'm talking about a woman? What do I have to do? I have to add a ta marbuta, right? Faqiratun. And the same thing with Muslimun, right? I can use Muslimun, but I can only use it if I'm talking about a man. If I'm talking about a female, I'm going to say Muslimatun. Okay? So in the same way, the word is going to change, or it's going to have another way to say it if it's for plural. Okay? Keep going.
In English, we have two kinds of plural form, sound and broken. In the sound plural, the word retains its original form. In other words, book, books, pen, pens.
Okay, so in English, how does the sound plural work?
yes.
With an S, right? So you just take the noun and you put an S at the end. So if I wanna talk about more than one table, I'm gonna say tables, right, with an S. Okay? So it's similarly in Arabic it works, but obviously you don't add an S. What do you add? How do you say group of Muslims? Muslimun, right? Muslimun. Let's get that. Let's keep reading. It's gonna come. Okay. Read in the next broken plural.
In the broken plural, the original form of the word is changed to a great extent. In other words, man, men, woman, women.
Okay. So it's like that in English, basically saying there's words that you say the plural version of them. It's not you can't add an s, right? And sometimes they change the spelling too. Like if I want to say knife in plural form, I'm going to change the spelling to a V instead of an F, right? Even though there is an S at the end. Okay, so it says in Arabic we have these two kinds of plural forms, sound and broken. So today we'll just do the sound plural, and then on Friday we'll do the broken. Brother Ala, keep going. The sound plural.
In Arabic, we have two kinds of plural forms, sound and broken. The sound plural is either masculine or feminine. The sound masculine plural has unna, indi.
Una at the end. Okay, so the first example they give is again Muslimun, right? So if I have Muslimun and I want to say Muslims, I'm going to add an una to it, so I'm going to say Muslimuna. Okay? And then the same thing with Mudarris. Instead of Mudarrisun for one teacher, I'm going to say Mudarrisuna. So you just add a wow and a noon. Okay? Wow and a noon. And then the sound feminine plural, Brother Ala.
The sound feminine plural has unna,
Atun.
indi.
Okay? So if I have the example they give is Muslimatun, and then if I want to say female Muslims or Muslimat, so I'm going to say Muslimatun. Okay? So for Faqiratun, what would it be? Faqiratun. Faqiratun. Okay? So how do you make something masculine plural? Ada. Una. And how do you make something feminine plural? Atun. Okay? So this ta is not going to be like the rolled up ta. It's going to open up. Okay? It's just a different ta. Okay? Muhandisatun, that last example becomes muhandisatun. Okay? Note that in this, Brother Ala, do you want to read?
Note that in this plural form, the singular has short a before the t, muslimatun, and the t is round, tat marbuta.
Right.
Whereas in the plural, the a is long and the t is open, muslimatun.
Right. So we just said that the ta is not the short one. It says in pronunciation the only difference between the singular and the plural form is length. So muslimatun, muslimatun, faqiratun, faqiratun. Okay, so you're just stretching that last letter before the time of the beginning. Okay. Let's. I just had one ayah from the Quran, and we can be done today, inshallah. So this is in Surah Baqarah. This is when Yaqub alayhi salam, he's on his deathbed and he's talking to his sons and he's asking them, who are you going to worship after me? So they say, we're going to worship your Lord and the Lord of Ibrahim and Ishaq and Ismail and Ishaq. Wa nahnu lahu muslimun. Okay? So what's wa and nahnu? We. What's lahu? To him. Okay? And we. I'm writing this backwards, but to him. So this is referring to Allah. Okay? In the ayah is referring to Allah. It's saying we will worship your Lord and the Lord of your father Ibrahim and Ismail and Ishaq. Wa nahnu lahu muslimun. So we are to him Muslims. Right? Muslimun. Okay. Alright, so remember we said the nominal sentence has two parts, right? What are they? Mubtada and khabar, right? I have my mubtada, which means subject. And what's the other thing? Khabar. Khabarun, which means predicate. Predicate or means. Okay. So, what is my subject in this one? Nahnu. Okay. Nahnu is my mubtada. Mubtada. Okay. And where's my khabar? Lahu Muslimun. Who says lahu? Raise your hand. Raise your hand for Muslimun. Raise your hand for lahu Muslimun. Really? No, it's not that.
We need to take grammar and English first.
I know, right?
The reason we picked two just to be the safe side.
I know,
Either
right?
one of them has to be.
No, you can't have it like that. Okay. So this is an example where the mubtada and khabar are not right next to each other. So the khabar in this case is Muslimun, right? Okay, what's lahu? It's a prepositional phrase, right? So it's basically saying we are Muslims to him. So to him is basically a prepositional phrase. It's called shibul jumla, or it's called jarun wa majrurun, right? We did jarun wa majrurun. Jarun wa majrurun. Majrurun. Okay. So we have la, which writes to, and hu, which means him, to him, lahu. Okay. So this is jarun wa majrurun, but it's not the khabar. The khabar is Muslimun. So basically the point is to show that there's going to be ayat where the mubtada and khabar, not in this case is just one short thing, but there's going to be mubtada and khabar that are separated by, it could be like, lines and lines, okay? So you just have to be watchful of what the ayat is trying to say and figure out what you're talking about and what you're saying, okay? Questions? Alright. Just watch out for what you're talking about, which is the mubtada, and what you're saying about what you're talking about, right? So at the end of the day, it's all about the mubtada khabar. What's your subject, and what are you telling people about the subject? Okay? Alright. Inshallah, we'll have tutoring tomorrow night online for whoever wants to join, and then we'll have a class on Fridays.
I have a quick question. Right now, the Muslimun, I know that Muslimun is maf'ul because by default it is. But let's say if that la had applied to the Muslimun in some way,
yeah, so that's another form. The Muslimun becomes Muslimin. But we haven't done that yet. So you see it in the Quran, yeah. You see Muslimin a lot too, right? Mushrikeen, right? So those are all the majrur forms.
Assalamu alaikum.